It's a real common problem that I've seen is your tight five get what they need because most of their game is static. And so in practice, there's a lot of static work. And so they sort of line up. Your backs, they do a lot of high speed running in a game, and in practice, their unit session is a lot of high speed running. So they line up. But your loosies typically are the ones that don't quite get what they need. I've had challenges with different coaches on that sort of concept. There's a couple of things. The first thing is that the Loosies are normally one of the most beaten up players post game, right? Like especially number sevens. Normally number sevens are pretty battered and smashed. So sometimes not hitting your numbers on a Tuesday isn't a bad thing. So I definitely have that in the back of your mind around trying to line them up perfectly because if they've been over the ball 10 times and been absolutely cleaned out like by three huge bodies, then having a lighter Tuesday isn't a bad thing. Your eights and sixes might be a bit different sometimes, but mainly the only way to do it is to, during scrums, to actually play off them or off lineouts, actually run lines as first receiver off a nine. And so you're just adding an extension to the drill that the unit's doing. So if you're doing live scrums, well, get the loosies to break from the scrum when it's finished and accelerate into a position where that might be similar to what they need to be doing in game, right? So whether that's getting far side for to carry off the first ruck or whether that's to break off to then come off the line in defense to make a tackle, right? So you can come with some scenarios that just adds a little bit more to them. Likewise, a line out, you've got your locks jumping and you got your big boys lifting, and sometimes your loosies are jumping. But if they're not it's a short line out, or maybe they can receive the ball from the top and they run like a first receiver, just like they would in a game. So I think that's the only way you can make it game specific. And then obviously after that, it's like post session. Okay, you haven't quite done what we wanted you to do or think you should do. So let's come up with something that's specific for you. And I've done stuff with Artie Severe before where we just call them phase plays. He'll do like 2 or 3 minute phase play, which will be up and down the field, just running and doing everything he would do in a game. So going to ground, bouncing to his feet, going lateral, going backwards, hitting the ground, bouncing to his feet, accelerate hard for 30, jog for 10, walk for 10, and just repeat those movements without contact, without too much static exertion, but with the sort of running modalities that he might encompass in a game. There's three sort of ideas there for you, mate.